All right,
We're
let's
not
hit
too bad.
it.
We can still have half an hour, even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we have today?
Wouldn't you like to know? We have a few Reddit submissions that I think were interesting. I will have to say that like I'm a little hungover this morning, so I
Okay,
did
me
pick these
too.
in like 1 second.
I am not.
You were responsible.
I had like 3 or 4 tall boys, and that was it for me.
3 or 4 what?
Tall boys, like
Is that a beer?
beer, yeah.
Mm.
I'm such a lightweight.
I had
There was one weekend I had 3 or 4 tall boys too, but different kinds.
different kind. I had
In the 90s.
like 4
A year
drinks.
old.
But I was having tequila soda. I had 2 tequila sodas, but they were filling them up like a lot. Like a lot of tequila.
Yeah.
So I think
It was a
that's
fun night,
where-
though.
I had 15 milligrams of THC, and I feel fab.
I'm so
Beautiful.
jealous. I
Yeah.
wish I had that and I could just like have gone to bed.
Should we talk about your promotion?
Oh,
Finally, give me my high five.
I was gonna say
Katie
the Reddit
got promoted.
submissions are read by the newest managing broker of Vesta.
Okay,
Not managing broker. Whoa,
First of
whoa,
all,
whoa,
that's
whoa,
not.
Partner, okay,
that's
partner.
Literally not the job.
Would you
All
ever
right.
want to be a managing broker?
I don't even
I
know,
don't
like not managing
really
broker,
even know what that
managing
is.
Managing partner. I'm sorry, managing partner.
Yes.
I don't think that's it either.
I don't know.
But-
What are you promotion?
Do you know?
Yeah. No, yes. No, I'm partner, which is a higher level of broker at our company.
The highest you can go.
The highest you can go as of now. They might
Yeah.
make a higher level. Who knows?
Yeah,
If
for
we
now.
get bored up here at the top.
How about Mount Olympus?
Yeah, but
Are you still going to record with us peasants?
of course.
Okay, good.
I won't forget where I came from.
We'll defer to you on anything we can't figure out because they'll be like, partner, you should know
Oh,
the answer.
that's bad.
Partner.
That's
Let
bad.
me see my my partner here.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Now read
I'm
the
sorry
things.
about not giving you a high five.
That was so.
in the
They
moment.
announced it, and we were filming, and I went up to give her a high five, and she
She just left you
it's
hanging.
on camera too.
Oof.
It's so embarrassing.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
rough.
was like,
Not to make it about me.
I
but
was nervous because there were cameras there, and also because like they were talking about me, and then like people were looking at me, and I was like, like I don't know. I was not thinking about like who should I high five. I was thinking
You weren't
like, is
thinking-
my posture good? You know.
Well, it's really weird you weren't thinking about me as you got promoted. So interesting.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right,
You'll
what do we
remember
got?
that.
What do we got?
Okay, let's start with the full price offer that the seller declined. I just have to vent about this because I was looking for a few months and put in multiple offers that we lost out on. We decided to open the radius up and the budget just a bit. We found a great property that isn't as desirable for most people, but it actually works out great for us. So we put a full price offer in with 75% down.
Jesus.
With no other offers and 1+ week on the market, they countered with $25,000 above asking. We declined because ... what the fuck? 3 weeks later, they still have 0 offers, but won't take ours because they still think someone is out there at this point that will offer above ask. What is going on?
Well, they're not going to get above ask.
I mean,
if
that's
they've been
insane.
on the market for 3 weeks.
They,
I've never
like-
heard of such a thing.
I know.
What the fuck?
I have never heard of a counter above ask price when someone offers you list price. Sorry, you listed it wrong, maybe.
I know.
I've actually had a deal like that before.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Do tell.
So one of my friends, he was looking. We're on the market for a 2-flat. Everything in the area was selling around like 610, 620 ish, and then we stumbled upon that gem for like literally 3 days on the market. 2-flat with illegal basement unit, listed for like 555. And I'm like, there has to be something wrong there. There's no way this place is that good. Owner renovated from top to bottom because they used to live there, like a extended family, you know, the parents, the couple, the kids, everybody. Perfect home. And we're like, well, okay, there is 555. Like quick close, whatever. Like it was a 5% down FHA. So quick close, whatever the quickest close we can done, it could have been done. And they're like, no, we want 565. And I told my buddy, be like, listen, you have to be a complete moron not to give him 565 at this point because everything else is selling for over 600 here. Whoever listed that property, it doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Give him 565. He's like, okay. We in 565. We went under contract. 2 weeks before closing, they try to put a rug on underneath us. They're like, "We canceling the deal." We're like, "Why are you canceling the deal?" No reason provided. We're like, "Okay, we'll sue you," and we threatened with a lawsuit. They're like, "Oh, okay, just kidding. We're not canceling. We closed." 2 weeks after closing, we got an offer for $625.
No way.
There was a broker called me and be like, "Hey, we sold it. You got that? Like, we were literally willing to give you $625." My buddy's like, "Fuck no, I'm living here. I don't want to sell it."
Yeah.
He's literally making money right now because we got his second investment property 2 months ago, and he moved out of there. He's currently making about $1,000
Nice.
with 5% down FHA,
Nice.
$1,000 over all of his expenses.
That's insane and like never happens these days.
Yeah.
Wait, that's nuts. So they got a higher offer, which you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to cancel a deal for a higher offer and so good that you said that you would sue them
Yeah,
because
yeah. So that was the
You
only
actually
time
would have
I
had a case.
actually recommended the buyer be like, give them whatever the fuck they want. If they want 585, give them 585. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You're still making a lot of money appreciation in this property.
So on what grounds were you gonna? Like, what was
I
the?
don't fucking know. I literally told the broker, be like, we're gonna sue yourself for everything that he has, including the dog. They had a really good dog. We were like, we'll take your dog.
People go hard.
yeah, he's like, no,
He's
I
like,
can't.
no,
do
okay,
it."
not the dog.
Nick was like, you don't want to know what I will do to you.
No, I really didn't. Well, you can basically, Darren was the attorney, and we figured out, okay, so if we go back on market right now, everything else in the area is selling for 600. There are a few more
Yeah.
properties that popped up. They're a little bit in kind of a similar condition, over 600. And then there would have been covered damages for my buyer living somewhere because he canceled his lease and all that. So we're going to sue them for about like probably $75,000 to $80,000 to
Mhm.
cover offset the cost of like, okay, we're losing on something. Now we have to overpay, and now we have to find a temporary housing somewhere. So
Yeah,
it
it's
was
too
about like
much.
$70,000 to $80,000. So for them to get sued over that's actually a pretty good reason
Yeah.
for somebody. And that's scary though. Like, you actually have a case for this one.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Jealous.
But I do get that. Like, obviously that's different because they were on the market for 3 days. Like,
Yes.
and to counter higher. Okay. Like, and maybe it doesn't make sense why they priced it so low. Maybe they tried to price it low to get multiples and then they like didn't go through the right channels, like do an open house, like blah, 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 all the
I
things.
guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that was their point, and then they didn't end up they got your offer first, and then like obviously maybe the agent didn't know exactly how to like finesse that into more offers.
Yeah.
Or the agent just
Well, the funny
genuinely
thing,
had
the
no
funny
idea what was
thing
going
is
on.
that the seller forgot something. After we closed, the seller forgot something in the backyard. So he came back, and my buddy saw him, and they talked about it. And by like, dude, why do you want to cancel? And he's like, yeah, we got basically, we felt like this is too low, and we tried to get out of it, and we couldn't. But
Should have looked at that before.
they could have gotten at least another 30-40K over it. At least that was
Yeah.
the bare minimum. So yeah, in this situation, I basically recommended him. Give them whatever the fuck they want as long as it's under 600.
Yeah. And you got it.
Yeah, we
Good
got
job.
565. That was a phenomenal price.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in this situation that we were just talking about,
3 weeks, right? On the market.
they were on the market for 1 week when they offered the full price and they countered higher. So I guess it like depends. Like if it was a situation like Nick's where like it was underpriced, even like 1 week on the market isn't a ton, but I feel like these people should definitely come back to them after 3 weeks on the market.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 3 weeks, I would be like, yeah. Joe, do you have any thoughts before we move on?
No.
Okay, great. Glad you came today.
I usually have thoughts. I don't on that one. I just like, it's just, I don't, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. This next one is a good one because we have a lot of experience with this here in Chicago. I recently had an offer accepted on a condo in a building that is in need of structural repair. This was acknowledged and there are plans in place to begin the work. Additionally, the seller agreed to pay the special assessment to fund the work. I had some misgivings about this, but my agent was pretty dismissive of them and assured me everything would be fine.
Ugh.
I was working with a mortgage broker recommended by my agent, and everything was proceeding smoothly until I decided to check the mortgage rate with a different broker. The new broker had a lower rate, so I started the process with her. But she came back to me a few days later and said they couldn't provide me a mortgage because the building is on the Fannie Mae list of properties ineligible for mortgages due to its structural issues. My agent was CC'd on this email and simply told me that my mortgage broker was overreacting and this mortgage broker would be able to make it work. I was able to pull out of the deal because of the financing contingency, but this has left a really bad taste in my mouth. My agent says he didn't know about the condo being on the Fannie Mae list, but I have my doubts. I feel like he is at best incompetent and at worst unethical and would like to end my contract with him. Am I overreacting?
No.
First of all, the listing agent should know, I think, about if the building is
The
unwarrantable.
lender should know.
The lender should.
lender should notify the listing agent, and the listing agent. Well, the lender should not notify everyone involved in the deal that hey, this building is blacklisted.
Well, because pretty much like after the whole Miami building,
Yeah.
any building that has structural issues that are confirmed and recorded, you cannot get a loan. Like, so I just feel like and it was obviously known to everyone that there needed to be structural work done. So then why were neither of the agents like raising that?
Well,
You know what I mean?
if I see it in the notes where there's like structural whatever, I call them. My first question is, can we finance in the
Yes.
building? Do you know anybody who can finance in the
Yeah.
building? Because sometimes
You can.
sometimes there
workarounds.
are, yeah.
Or like if this one, it's on the Fannie Mae list, but it could be approved through Freddie Mac. Like
Freddie,
you don't
yeah.
know.
Right. So that scenario is probably true where one lender was saying one thing, another lender was saying another.
Yeah.
It just depends if you want to go through with it because you might be able to make it work. But once you find that out, I just think that that's a red flag. And I don't know if I would advise
So you
going
can
through with
get-
it, but
One issue that I see with the agent, the agent didn't disclose probably, or the lender didn't notify or didn't explain it properly to the buyer is,
Mhm.
yes, one lender will be able to give you a loan as a portfolio loan, right? That means that your rate will be a little bit higher, and you still will be able to get a loan.
Yeah.
Are you okay with the work being done?
I think the issue is that he's or she is upset with how the agent
Right.
handled
Yeah.
it, both his agent and probably the listing agent, because I mean, I guess let's just talk about his agent. Like if I know a building is unwarrantable or needs big projects or structural work done,
Yeah.
I always explain to my client what that means and like how they're implicated and how
Mhm.
that could be a risk.
Mhm.
And then give them the options of like, this is how we can move forward if you want.
Yeah.
This is how we can back out if you want, and let them make that decision. It seems like this agent was kind of just trying to like brush it under the rug
Yes.
to keep the deal together.
yes.
Which, yeah, I think like for this person, I don't think you're overreacting. Like, I think if the situation was handled correctly and your agent coached you correctly and advised you correctly, then the deal may have stayed together and maybe you would still feel comfortable even going through with the deal or working with this agent. But this person clearly did not have your best interest.
But that conversation should have been held prior to submitting an offer, though. And
Right.
they were already
Oh,
deep
yeah.
in they're balls deep in the fucking. In
It should
the
be
deal, though.
it should be before you even show it. If
Ex-
it's say it in
Right.
the notes that there's structural.
And this is where experience
problems.
comes from, because if I hypothetically end up showing 330 South Jefferson, right, or North Jefferson, I'm sorry, like I know that the building is unwarrantable. I know it's blacklisted.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to see it, I'll be like, hey, listen,
I
this
always
is the
tell-
situation. Do you still want to see it? If you hypothetically go under contract, likelihood of you overpaying not overpaying, but getting a higher rate is there.
Mhm.
You will get a higher rate. Projects will be completed because there's plans set in place or all that. I don't know if specifically for that building, but yeah, like you experience.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yeah. And that's like, I feel like I always tell people that because there's a lot of situations in our job that are kind of muddy and can get kind of
Yes.
gray. And like, I think that our job first and foremost is to give our clients the information and give them our advice that is like has their best interests at heart, and then let them choose what they want to do. Like, and so I feel like in any situation, if you're doing that, then you're doing your job and you're doing a good job. This person obviously was not doing that. And I agree with Nick. Like if someone wants to show a building that you know has issues, tell them up front, say, hey, I'm happy to show you this. Like, this is a great unit. And if we can get it for the right price and the seller can pay this and the lender can do it, it could be a good opportunity. But just know that the potential is there that it's bad.
And also, the buyer's agent didn't do his or her homework basically on that. I feel like they just kept showing buildings until something stuck.
Yeah.
And eventually they got into a deal and he's like, okay, let me dig a little bit, because it's very easy to find if something can be financed or not. Just look at the past 12 months or 6 months closed.
Yeah.
Which
It's
one
all
was
cash.
financed?
Yeah.
Which one was financed? Yes or no? Like, and then, well, that's another thing though. I don't know how many lenders you guys have talked to in the past like 3 or 4 months, but I've probably talked to like 7 or 8 lenders that keep telling me the exact same thing: is a building can be blacklisted literally a week from now. So you can close in, let's say, 700 Larrabee or something, whatever, a random building today.
Mm-hmm.
A week from now, when you put something else under contract there, it might be blacklisted.
Yeah.
So
Well-
it's very random, like, because they found a cracked tile in front of the front door of the building.
And
It's
sometimes
insane.
it does happen when you're under contract. They
That's
find
my
out.
question. I've never experienced that. So
Oh,
if
I have.
if you are under contract and let's say with financing and
Mhm.
let's say it does go unwarrantable, does your deal have to cancel?
Yes, I believe.
Yes, unless you can figure out, like Nick said, like a portfolio loan or like some other way to
They
finance.
have to flip the loan.
Or sometimes, like when I had it, it was it was like a fire code issue or something that was like easily fixed if you like had the fire department come. You know what I mean? So like
yeah.
there's things like that
Depends.
can happen, or like things can happen where it's like, oh, this needs structural work, but then you can have a structural engineer come out and like give a different opinion, and then it can like get off. You
Yeah.
know, like it just, there's some that are easy to fix and some that are not.
And it's up to the lenders to unfuck the building.
Yeah.
So if something is blacklisted, it's up to the lender to go and do all the research and present to Fannie and Freddie, and then be like, okay, everything is good. Put it back on the green list, basically. And a lot of lenders just don't want to do that. They're why would you at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you could extend the close too, give or take.
Because in that situation, the seller then is going to go back on the market and pretty much only going to be able to work with a cash buyer. So like if you can figure it out, that would be great.
Or basically give him a huge discount on the price. Like give him an extra 15, 20 grand off just to keep it together, because you know that you're not going to sell it after that. Be like, hey, listen, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'll give you an extra 20K. That should be sort of a kind of a benefit for you to buy here.
And I think like for people who are looking online at buildings, if there's a reason, if you ever are like, oh my gosh, this is a really good price, there's probably a reason for it.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's not like, oh my gosh. I mean, yours maybe was a different story about that multi-unit, but not like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
You didn't find a diamond in the rough on Zillow.
Yeah.
Like it just, there's something, whether it's a co-op, whether it's unwarrantable or whatever.
Specifically for
Yeah.
condos, yeah.
Yeah. There's usually a reason why that price is super low.
Yeah, there was a 3-bed that was just listed. It went under contract quick, but they priced it so low. I think it was in Lakeview. It was like 3-bed, 2-bath, vintage building, like so cute. But
For how much?
I think it was like 3
Oh, damn.
something, or like no,
Not-
wait, 4. It was like 4, like low to mid 4s, I think.
Yeah.
It's still really
And-
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really good price. And then I saw that the HOA was like $400 a month, but then there was like a $500 special assessment per month for like eternity. So I'm like,
Yeah.
so then
like
your
forever. Yeah.
assessment is then like actually close to $1,000. So yikes.
Yikes.
But anywho,
So yes, this person, you are not, what was their question? Am I,
overreacting about
No.
their
You're not.
agent
I
being
you're not,
the
your
crazy.
agent
agent
seems thirsty.
Yeah. That they
Yeah.
didn't know.
They seem
can-
like they want to make a
and-
deal.
Yeah, look at your buyer agency agreement. If you can
out of it.
get out of it, cancel it. If there was a cancellation or retainer fee in there, then that was probably a red flag to begin with. But
PSA, if there are any fees associated in your agreement, chances are
outside of the commission,
outside of the commission,
Yeah.
any other additional fees in any kind of agreement that you sign, it's probably because they're not the most confident in moving the property or finding the right property in the best way possible, and they're kind of banking on a cancellation fee if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't charge cancellation fees.
No.
Because we're confident in what we offer, that we're gonna either find you a place or sell your place, that we don't have to bank on that being
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's some agents that, yeah.
it's like $500 too.
But
Well, I think you can make it whatever you
Have you
want.
guys
Oh.
seen that before?
a
Have you
cancellation
talked to a buyer that like kind of switch and be like, hey, they were trying to get me, like they were trying to get money off of me with
I
cancellation?
haven't really
I
had.
haven't
A
heard of it, though.
retainer.
I haven't
retainer.
had a lot of clients that have like switched from one to.
Yeah.
I had one, and now he's one of my best. But
I haven't heard of broker asking for a retainer fee yet.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if this was, then yeah, that's probably was it
More
your first-
more so on the listing agreement, I think. They rack
Oh.
up all those fees.
Oh, really?
Like admin fees, marketing fees.
I've also
Yeah.
never experienced that.
Yeah, I just had someone cancel their listing with another brokerage and go with me, and she was telling me about the fees that she
She had to pay, or she
Yeah.
got out of it. She paid. Holy shit! How much she did? How much did she pay?
Dang.
for the
like
for the media, for
photos
the
and all
marketing,
that, yeah.
for the like admin. Like it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, if you ever cancel a listing agreement with me, I'm like, bye. Like I gotta just move on anyway. Like there's so much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Hmm.
I just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I get that because sometimes I do think I'm like, okay, if we're taking photos and like doing all this stuff, and then it does
Photos
but
I understand.
it's
but
also
then,
kind of like a sunk cost.
yeah. Then photos are shitty anyway. So I'm like, I don't know why you pay for them.
Oh, their photos were bad.
yeah.
Oh,
Because I was like, because sometimes you could buy the photos
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'll just use them, but
Yeah.
they weren't even that good. So I was like, I'm not buying those.
oh, yeah. You're like, no,
Yeah, we'll redo them.
I'll
right-
redo them.
the
Thank
right
you.
way.
So yeah, to that person, yeah, I think it's okay to split ways with that dude.
This
Yeah.
person sounds like their gut is correct. Like if
Yeah.
you feel that way, it's
Yes.
probably true. If you feel like an agent is kind of dismissive or giving you the cold shoulder or can't answer a question, you're probably right.
Yes.
Because if there is a situation like this, no matter what it is, we will sit down and take the appropriate time to explain to you whatever situation you're in, whether it's something like this, unwarrantability, or like subleasing or anything.
Yeah.
If they're being dismissive, then you're probably, if you feel that way, it's probably
It's probably true.
I don't think they're being dismissive. I think they're being pushy. They'll be like, hey, you need to stay in that deal, basically.
Or that,
Yeah,
yes.
like,
yeah.
If any agent is ever in any situation that you're unsure with, trying to tell you like, don't worry about it, like brush it off, whatever, instead of like walking you through
Yes.
all of the facts and leading you to the right decision or helping guide you to the right decision, like that's bad.
There are some deals where I have to get on a Zoom call with the attorney, with the client, to go over one problem that ultimately I know is a minor issue, but it's important to them to have the knowledge
Yeah.
Yeah.
to feel comfortable at the closing table. Then it's worth the time to like walk you through it.
Yeah. Especially with like, even like with inspection items.
I was just gonna
Like
say that. Yeah.
clients will be like, oh, like I need to replace a bunch of GFCI outlets. And like, I could be like, don't worry about it. But instead what you should do is be like, hey,
Yeah.
every house has issues. Like this is a really minor issue. It costs like $25 to replace each of these things. We could ask, since there's 10 of them, we could ask for a credit so that you can have money to replace them. Or like, this is a really minor issue. And if you're going to be doing work to the house anyway, just
Yeah.
have your handyman do it
Yeah.
while he's there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, understood.
They
You know
don't
what I
they
mean?
don't understand the difference between maybe something like a GFCI outlet coming up on the inspection versus like something structural. Like it to them, it's just
It's
issues.
just a red thing.
They're
It's
just
a red
issues.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our job,
Yeah.
and that's where I think. Sorry, let me get on my soapbox. That's where I think
Get
people,
up on it.
Yes. Thank you. Here I am. That's when I think like people get the notion that like real estate agents make too much money. Because a lot of real estate agents do just brush stuff off. But like for us, we're actually taking the time to like give you the knowledge and inform you of what's going on. Like that's why we get paid. What we get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, also, like, I have such interesting thoughts on, like, the realtors get paid too much because,
Tell
like,
us your interesting thoughts, and they better be interesting. If they're not interesting, I'm leaving.
well, I think we get paid a lot. Like, I think that, like, we make good money.
Well,
I do.
You're a partner, so
Well, but like I do, like I think that we make good money. I think there are some deals that I work really hard for, and there's some deals that are like very easy. And like, but it's not just like about like one deal at a time. Like it's your whole business and your expertise and everything that you've built that like makes you valuable. But like it's the same thing of like, okay, obviously like the business owner is going to make more than the employee, but like is the business owner actually like working harder than the employee? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like I think that like real estate's a great career and you can make a lot of money. It's hard and there are downsides to it just like every other job. But for me, and I think for all of us, like we wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't like considerable upside.
But of course, though, like you have to have a monetary incentive to actually get out of bed. Like why would you? If
But would you feel that way your first year in real estate? I think if you took the money that you made your first year versus the hours you work.
Oh, of course not. No.
So then compared to now, I feel like it could even out to like a corporate job where you're.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, I think that there's a lot of potential in real estate for.
We're not capped.
Right. We're not capped. And also like for people that maybe don't have like I don't want to say like opportunities, but like, okay, for me, for my situation, I'm like not very book smart. Like I was never going to get like a finance job and be like making bank. You know what I mean? Like
I think we knew that.
Right. Like I worked in marketing. Like I was not going to be like, you know, making as much money as I make now ever in any corporate job just because I'm not like in some crazy specialized field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like real estate gives people with our skill set the opportunity to make a ton of money, which I think is great.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And like, that's what I feel like my take is like, we make more money being like not finance bros.
Yeah.
Or like dumb.
Not corporate.
You know what I mean?
But like, I think we're people skills.
Yes.
We're people. There's some people who make a lot of money behind a desk because they can't interact with anybody.
Right. 100%.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we like need to, or like, I am always just get so weird about like realtors like are overpaid. Cause like, I feel when I look at it from like the corporate side of like the world, like, yeah, I make more than a lot of my friends in corporate and like they are way smarter than me.
Well, I believe real estate levels the playing field though.
Yeah.
So
like
basically, let's say I have absolutely no college education and I can go against somebody who just got their MBA or whatever it is.
Right.
And we're both like 25 years old, hypothetically.
Right. Oh, you're 25 years old?
No, I'm just saying, like, let's say two people, one with college, one without college degree, they start real estate. It's a level playing field. At this point is the marathon, not the sprint. Like, how long can you sustain doing the shitty, boring job of like following up with people, trying to get business, trying to get the leads, showing up every time, answering your phone every day, working every single day for X amount of years? And then at some point, if that MBA, like, let's say somebody else like got a 5-year into finance and they make $300,000, if you actually do the same exact things for 5 years in real estate every single day with, you know, few exceptions, I believe that you can make the exact same money as somebody with very educated person.
Well, right.
It's a level playing field. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying too. Like Nick, in your example or your situation, like with, I mean, when did you move to the US?
When I was 18.
When you're 18 and do you go to college?
Not really.
No. So like in a corporate environment, like you would not be able to have the career that you have, like without having a formal education in really a lot of other industries. Yeah. And I feel like, so when you put it that way, it's like, it's such a good opportunity where you don't have to like follow the main path. Mm-hmm. And you can make a lot of money. So I get, but
you can carve out your own path in this career.
So
and
like,
not a lot of careers offer that.
Like, I just think it's important to acknowledge, like, yes, we make a lot of money. Like, and real estate is a great opportunity for anyone to make a lot of money. Like, that's what's great about it.
I think if you're good at any job, you can make a lot of money. There's a lot of shitty brokers who do not make a lot of money.
You're saying realtors make good money. 5% of realtors make good money. 10% of realtors make good money.
You have to be good.
About that before.
The top 5 to 10% make really, really good money, right? I mean, when it comes to IT, like
The
okay,
top 10%.
the top
Awesome.
10% make the big money, right? Everybody else is punching the numbers just to get their 100 or 150K. I'm not saying that's not a lot of money. That's still a lot of money, but the top 10% make the really big money, correct? So that's the whole thing about.
It's all about skill set.
It's all about skill set, and they're using their skill set of, let's say, managing people, being really good with numbers or whatever the fuck IT does. We're using our experience with communication, basically, you know, personal skills like being Joe, like looking him fabulous and all that stuff. You being a good communicator and all that. Like they're completely different skill sets.
Yeah.
Applied correctly, you are the top 10%. No matter what industry, right? So
Right.
I don't think we make good money like just because we're realtors and like we're just sitting there and doing nothing.
Right.
Top 10% make the good money.
Like, I think we work hard, but we also have a really good opportunity. And like, it sometimes just makes me cringe. Like, especially I feel like on social media, like people are like, oh man, I'm a realtor. I work so hard. Everything is so hard, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, this is also like a really good opportunity and like a great career path if you work hard and, you know, learn to be good at it. You know what I mean?
People who are complaining from real estate overall that it's not a good job is they never had a perspective. Like if you
you've never had to sit at a desk.
You
from 9
never,
to 5.
not even a desk though. Have you been a server?
Oh yeah.
Have you been a dishwasher? Have you been a busboy?
Yeah.
Have you cleaned rooms and toilets for a living? Have you driven an Amazon truck 12 hours a day, 7 days a week?
I think everybody should wait tables at least. At
For
one
sure.
point
My
in their
point
life.
exactly.
Everyone
So
should work in a restaurant.
If you have,
Cracker
if you
Barrel.
have, if you have a good perspective, if you work the shitty jobs, you will realize how blessed you are to have a job that you can make, even if it's like, again, I'm not saying $100,000 is not a lot of money, but even it's only $100,000 being in real estate, you'll realize how blessed you are.
Yeah.
If you work 7 days a week as a bartender.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag
Okay, we gotta
blessed.
go because you have a showing and we have a meeting.
All right.
Oh, yep. Do we?
Yep, we just got a text. Gotta go. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Bye.
Let's
Hashtag
fucking go.
blessed.